Jerry, welcome. Welcome to the mix.
Thank you, Greg.
Such a pleasure to have you here in Vancouver and to hear your music last night. Now, musically, it's a great big warm sound you guys play, very funky. Who are you related to musically?
Well, quite a few influences in terms of Māori and Pacific music. New Zealand based, Moana and the Tribe, Shei Fu, he's a Pacific Māori hip hop, Mahinarangi Toka. Yeah, they're the kind of main ones that on top of my head, but there are others.
There's one other group that has influenced me anyway, is these two brothers, Rani and Rui Apirahama. So they're fantastic, they're amazing sounds. So that's we sort of followed a little bit their sound. Why'd you make me wait so long? You let it bleed. Cause I'm down on bended knees. I was weak. Fire my way. Keep it up in the
Yeah, it's quite common, like a Māori or Pacific party, there's always music.
Yeah.
When you go to a function, there's always music. I mean, the culture.
Live music.
Live music,
Exactly.
Live music.
Yeah.
We come from the theatre
background.
We used to tour with theatre groups and play for shows.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we wrote our own show.
Yeah.
And all the songs we sing are from one musical.
Wow. So all the songs you heard and from the album, it's actually designed around, it's actually a musical about one person telling a story.
This song's about history. It's about something that happened in our history. It may well be something that happened in your history, and if you don't acknowledge it, you can't understand your present. So it would be pretty hard to navigate your future. So this is called Parihaka.
A lot of the tunes, Parihaka, I'm thinking, they start just with a real simple acoustic feel.
Yeah.
Is that where they came from for you, Jerry?
Yeah, I think for us it came from really introducing it at a real basic level and building that relationship up.
Here they came, as thieves in the night, and raped and pillaged all the gifts on paradise, and soldiers came to cast them from their valley, and all the fruits of their labor in love of the land they gave, gone within a blink of an eye.
In terms of Parihaka, which is about a place where during the height of colonisation and diseases that affected Māori, that they gathered in little communes, and one of these was Parihaka, and they practiced a non-violence. So this was years before Gandhi, and wanted to live off the land. And well, that village got sacked by the colonial soldiers.
And bullets rained, their guns unjustly fired, and bullets cling to mother who feeds her dying child. Will time allow us to forget?
When I was reading that story, it became really important not to forget those kinds of stories. And music was the vehicle to tell it. Even though Parihaka is a song about what happened, and it's about saying never forget, all our music is positive in terms of moving forward.
Yeah.
So it doesn't try to identify a person of responsibility or a government to blame, but saying, you know, this is what it is, and moving on.
I've heard about waka and the fact that a lot of the Maori relate right back to the canoe that their families arrived in. Eh?
Absolutely. Just about all Māori and all tribes in particular can whakapapa or trace their genealogy back to a canoe that came from, well, it's a homeland called Hawaii, which is a sort of a mythical, I guess you could call it, homeland, but really it's from the Pacific Islands.
This is called Huiara. It's about sailing a waka, and it is about returning to our homeland. It is about knowing our homeland, and it's all about identity, so it's called Huiara.
The Maori language is round. It reminds me a bit of Hawaiian. It's a beautiful language to be sung, eh?
Certainly related.
Yeah.
Is it strong at home?
Yeah, well, it's stronger than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's steady progressive momentum with it, and there's a whole history of the language evolving and developing in the last 30 years.
Certainly under threat of being, and it still is really, dying out.
Sure.
Unless people actively learn it and teach their children, and it's pushed into schools. We've had to, imagine it and then do it, and then we're here. And to be honest, it's so much brighter, bigger, and better than we thought it would be. Yeah. Just being here every day has been really exciting. Yeah. And the Talking Stick Festival has been right on.
I know you just don't want to sleep.
You don't want to sleep, yeah.
You miss something.
See you later. See you in the afterlife. See you later. See you in paradise.
It's just such a pleasure, Jerry. Yeah, Turi. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, here in the mix at the Talking Stick Festival with Soul Paua.